Ah, okay. It says here that we are live. In today's video, we are going to break down the lyrics to the first song that actually got me pretty emotional. Um, I was definitely not expecting this song to hit me the way that it hit me. And that song is As You Find Me. Now, if you're just jumping on, my name is Leonardo Torres, and I'm a music lover just like you. And as you may already know, my passion is music, and I want to take the moment to thank you so much for joining me on this wonderful journey and sharing your beautiful music with me. Earth to Pluto, can you hear me? Pluto, come in, Pluto. Earth to Pluto. Welcome, Earth to Pluto. Thank you so much for the love and support. SX, welcome. So today we're talking lyrics. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that the mic was so far. Maybe that's why you couldn't hear me. Good evening, Deb. And so today we're breaking down the song, the very first song that got me emotional on this channel was "As You Find Me," and once I let this song through. It was over from there. From that point, I was like, okay, I got emotional. I cried on camera. There's no turning back from here. So from this moment forward, I guess I'm just gonna be vulnerable and exposed, and that was completely fine with me. PJ Des, thank you. Welcome. Hola familia. Earth to Pluto's in the house. Jonas Samuel. Hello from Germany. Ah, greetings to Germany. What time is it in Germany? Isn't it like 2 in the morning? Ilana B, hey, heart, welcome. We are starting a new segment. I didn't really advertise this or promote this in any way, so you are the very first of this uh, edition, if you will, and you're the first people to experience this. I've been thinking about this for a good while, and today we are talking lyrics. There will be no music on here, obviously, but we're just going to go through the lyrics through the song of As You Find Me. Hey, John. And we're going to break it down. We're going to see if we can come up together and see how our interpretations differ and how they're similar. And we are just going to enjoy the lyrics, just see the music without the music, just the lyrics, and see what decisions were made in the making of these lyrics. So let me just say hi to Kathy, Kelly. Hello, all. Welcome. Amanda, welcome. Brandy Wine, awesome name. Thank you. Thank you for the love and support. Welcome to the live chat. Sonia Hernandez from Canada, welcome. Welcome, Kathy Hutchins. Welcome. All right. Howdy, Jan. Welcome, Israel. I just got shouted out. John, it's been a while, hasn't it, since I've gone on the live here like this. So wonderful. So again, if you just joined me, my name is Leonardo Torres. My passion, as you may already know, is music, love, and peace, and finding beautiful lyrics that help spread that. I love breaking down these songs into little bits and pieces and discovering with you why you love it so much and why songs are so impactful in the way that they are. And I've been enjoying your comments so much. I apologize if I don't respond to some of your comments on the videos. I try my best to respond to as many as I can. I've fallen behind, as you can imagine. There's a lot that still come through. And so today we're taking a look at "As You Find Me" by Hillsong United, which was the very first song that got me pretty emotional, and was the first song where I just said, okay, fine. Like there's no stopping this video now. I'm already tearing up. That's it. It's going on. It's real. It's raw. And I was very nervous to post that video. And you all were just so wonderful and so accepting and so welcoming. And you showed the true heart of what you stand for, of accepting people as they are and as you find them. And so we're going to be taking a look at these lyrics here today. How many of you have not heard this song before? If you have, give me a heart in the live chat. Let me know that you have heard this song. If you have not heard this song, give me like one of these maybe, or some other emoji to let me know. Hey, Laz, welcome. And let's see. And so if you have heard it, give me a heart. Show me that you have heard it. Let's see. Yeah, I combed my hair and I wore my best shirt today, and I have my Mr. Rogers sweater today. It's getting kind of colder here where I am. Okay, Israel. Okay, so you haven't heard the song "As You Find Me." We will not be playing it today, but we'll go over the lyrics and maybe you can have some fun listening to the song afterwards. I'll add the link in the description. Right now, I am going to put the lyrics up on the screen in just a little bit, but on the description there is a link to the lyrics from the Hillsong website if you want to follow along on your own, or you'll see it on the screen. Also here, so let me just copy this link address, and then I'll post it in the. Oh wow, never mind. That's a really long URL. I am not going to post that. Never mind. But it's in the description down below, and I'll add it to the comments. You don't know if you've heard it. Okay. We'll go over the lyrics, and then maybe it'll be familiar to you. If not, then we can listen to it afterwards. I won't be streaming it on here because YouTube will shut me down like instantly because of copyright laws. But we are going to be talking about it. All right, familia. So let's switch over to the next screen here, and I have the lyrics up here. As you can see, it says "As You Find Me." The song is "As You Find Me." Words and the music are by Joel Houston, Matt Crocker, and Benjamin. Is it Hastings? Hastings, right? The song was written in 2018. Hillsong Music Publishing, and there's the publishing number just in case anyone has any trouble with that. Angela, welcome. Welcome. So we're gonna take a look at the different pattern that the song follows. So we're gonna see here that there's verse 1, verse 2, then it goes into a pre-chorus. This chorus that's amazing. Then we have a third verse, a second pre-chorus, the chorus again, this tag here, and a bridge. And they always seem to end with a bridge, which is not following the same pattern. This is why when I first got into this music, I kept on making mistakes, like calling it a concert and calling people audiences. And you all were so wonderful at correcting me when it came to those words. And you're like, no, it's not a concert, it's worship. And no, that's not an audience; those are worshipers. And so you all were beautiful at explaining these things to me. And I was very familiar with a different structure in most music. It follows intro, first verse, pre-chorus, chorus, second verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus, and then they're done. So this follows a different structure, and that's fine. There's no real way of doing it. I mean, there's songs that have first verse, second verse, chorus, and it's over. So there's no real format to follow, but it's great to see the format that Hillsong follows and the style of writing in them. So here we go. Yeah. So let's see. Didn't notice what. Wait. Yes, I'm live. Laz, I'm live. Jan, no, well, okay. Sorry. Y'all are having separate conversations. Sometimes I feel like you're talking to me. All right, cool. So we're going to get started, and we're going to take a look at the first verse. Actually, one thing that I want to point out is I don't know why, but I feel, and hopefully I'll get to ask Joel myself. That's going to happen, familia. One day I'm going to have Joel or Taya on here, and we're going to ask them ourselves. So be ready with questions and stuff at one point, okay? So we're looking here at the chorus, and I have a feeling that when they write chorus first. Somehow it just feels like the chorus is the meat of the meal here, of the burrito. If we're going to take this burrito apart, we're going to see that this is a carne asada, and the chorus here is the carne asada. Actually, no, I changed my mind. The bridge actually might be the carne asada. This is the beautiful salsa that gives flavor to all of it. I don't know, familia. I just know food, okay? All right, cool. So in the chorus, you see here, and I know I don't deserve this kind of love, and somehow this kind of love is who you are. It's a grace I could never add up, right? To be somebody you still want, but somehow you love me as you find me. And so we're going to build up to that. So here's the first verse. The first verse says, I've been strong and I've been broken within a moment. So in all at once, right? I've been really strong, but also broken, right? So which means that we're probably hiding what we're feeling on the inside. I've been faithful and I've been reckless at every bend, right? What does that look like, familia? Let me know what see, there seems to be somewhat of a polar description here, or polar. what's the word I'm looking for? Polar imagery here. So you have opposites, right? Someone who's been faithful, but then reckless at every bend. I've held everything together and watched it shattered. If you can relate to this, familia, let me know in the live chat. I've stood tall and I have crumbled in the same breath. How many of us don't do that? How many of us haven't been strong when we feel broken on the inside? How many of us have not stood tall and actually feel like we're falling apart, right? All in the same breath. So it's building up to that. What the vocalist here is initially saying is, look, I'm not well here. I have flaws, and these are my flaws, right? Verse 2, I have wrestled and I have trembled towards surrender, right? Meaning I've been afraid to surrender. Chased my heart adrift, which just means that I've chased my heart without direction or without steering, without being able to steer it, right? And drifted home again. Plundered blessings. Plundered is just another word for like giving up or not taking advantage of, or in other words, messed up, my blessings, till I've been desperate to find redemption, till I've been desperate to find a way of making it up, right? Make it up for it. And every time I turn around, Lord, you're still there. Can you imagine that, familia? This is just painting a beautiful picture. And at the time that I heard this song, it was just, there was so much telling me, okay, so much that was telling me, hey, Leo, you messed up, right? You've messed up. And you can replace my name with your name. It is pretty much saying, Leo, you've messed up, and you've messed up. You go through life chasing your dreams, chasing what you want to do, and then you fail, and you wonder why you fail, right? And guess what? When you turn around, still here, buddy. I'm still right here. I ain't going nowheres. Right, familia? If you can resonate with that, if you feel that, if you're on that vibe, familia, let me know in the live chat. Let me know that you know exactly what that feels like. All right, so now we're looking at the pre-chorus here, right? I was found before I was lost. I was yours before I was not. Grace to spare for all my mistakes, and that part just wrecks me. So initially what we're saying, foolishly wasted blessings. Yes, thank you, Charlie. Foolishly wasting blessings. I was found. So this last part, he's saying I'm wrecked because you have grace to spare for all of my mistakes, for everything that I've done, everything that I have, been, all the mistakes that I've made. You have met me with forgiveness for those mistakes, right? That's essentially what it's saying. And it says, and that just wrecks me because it's in other words, I'm being hard on myself because it's like, man, that's I suck, for the lack of a better phrase. It's like, man, wow, like I it's enough to make you feel pretty bad, right? Like at least to look at you, to really take a look at yourself and be like, man, wow, like I've been a horrible child or son, or however your relationship is with the great spirit of God, or Jesus in this case, right? Because this is what Joel and Benjamin and Matt wrote. But what leads to that, it says, I was found before I was lost. So was there, familia, let me know, this is a question for you. If you were found before you were lost, were you ever lost at all? Like, were you ever lost? If you belonged to someone before you didn't belong to them, were you really alone? Did you really not belong to them? Right? It's like if, I don't know. I'll think of something. I don't want to come up with the wrong analogy here, right? But these are great lyrics. I mean, I was found, like you had me before you didn't have me. I was found before I was lost. I was yours before I was not. Why was I not, familia? Can we ask ourselves, why was I not? Why was I not God's? Or why not me, Leonardo? Ask yourself this, right? So like, look at yourself, and if you could put on these lyrics, and you sit there in church, or you stand there in church, and you're singing along with them, and you feel these lyrics that says, "I was found before I was lost." Why were you lost? What took your attention away from, like, all I can picture is like when I was a kid and I'd go to like the market with my mom, and I would just step away for a second. That I, my mom didn't lose me, right? But I just walk away for a second, right? That's what happens really initially. It's that we walk away, right? This is the whole thing, the whole idea behind having free will, and like, hey, you walked away. I didn't lose you. You lost yourself, right? And so before you were not, you were, or before, I'll say I, because these are the lyrics. Before I was not, I was already God's, right? Right? Let me take a look at the comments, because they're going by pretty fast. Does a tree make a sound if no one hears it fall? It does make a sound. Actually, no, I don't know. See, that depends. Laws, if sound, it'll still make a sound vibration, right? But sound needs to be picked up by a receiver, which means that if there's no ear, then technically there's no sound, but it still makes a sound wave. Let's see. We weren't. Our humanity and the enemy lets us think we are. Right. So we bring our attention away, right? And that's what happens, right? So, and then this last part says, grace to spare for all my mistakes, right? Which means that if God gives you grace for all the mistakes you've made, there's still a lot of grace to spare, right? Which is wonderful. And then it says, and that part just wrecks me, which means that you're stepping into a state of repentance, right? Like you're starting to feel sorry. You're starting to feel like, wow, I really messed this one up, man. So then we go into the meat of this thing, and it's the chorus, the salsa. And I know I don't deserve this kind of love. And somehow, before we move on to the next phrase, what kind of love is this, Familia? Can you tell me in the live chat? When you hear this phrase, I know I don't deserve this kind of love. What kind of love is this? What do we mean by that? Or how do you interpret that? What does that mean to you specifically? Because I know that love is something different to all of us. I learned actually through my journey here with you all that, like, love language, that some of us, I've heard of it before, but you all, or this community, seems to be fully immersed and fully aware of the different types of love that there are, right? And so let's see, we have Israel says agape. Yes, his grace is sufficient. Unconditional, right? Okay, agape, unconditional, same, unconditional. Familia, you don't deserve, do you truly believe that you do not deserve this kind of love? Can I get like if you truly feel you do not deserve this kind of love, say, I don't. If you think that you do deserve this kind of love, say, I do. And I just really quickly want to see how many people are where you are, and there's no right or wrong answer here. It's just I want to see where you are, so that I can break these lyrics down a little bit in different directions here. Agape love, all giving, self-sacrificing, unconditional love. It's not based off merit. Okay, we don't deserve it, but He gives this to us. Mama Bear says, Mama Bear, greetings. Mama Bear says, I don't. Brandy Wine says, I don't. Papa God is love. I don't. Absolutely, I don't. Okay, I don't. Okay. So most of you, it seems like most of you are saying that you don't deserve it, right? Is it that you believe that you don't deserve it? What do you think that God? How do you think the Father sees that from your perspective? So you don't. To you don't deserve it, but what do you think that God thinks about that? Do you think that God thinks you deserve it? Would He give it to you if you didn't deserve it? That's a different question. So I'm just curious to know. Again, there's no right or wrong answer. This is just we're just tapping into each other's perspective, and we're trying to see where we all stand and how we are similar, and where we differ in opinions, really, or thoughts. I'm an only child. Absolutely, I deserve it. John, go through. I don't, but the God's eyes says I do. Okay, we are His children. Copycat, John. Let's see. Who else? We don't in our sin nature. God thinks we're more than worthy of it. Yes, okay. So to God, we're worthy of it, right? So to God, you are worthy of it. You do deserve it. But you yourself, you're saying you don't deserve it. Okay, just keep that in mind. Somehow, this kind of love is who you are, right? So let's read that in its entirety. And I know I don't deserve this kind of love, and somehow This kind of love is who you are, right? Meaning that the great spirit God, Jesus, can't help it, right? He can't help but love you in this way because that's who you are, familia. And keeping that in mind, I want to bring your attention. This is like a bonus side note that you might want to keep in mind. I don't know if some of you are making notes, but or making a mental note for later. But let me see how I can formulate this question. What are you saying to yourself about who you are? Okay, because I'm going to give you an example. Some of us believe, well, I am not smart enough. I am stupid. I'm ugly. I'm fat. I'm all these things that you say to yourself that's who you are. And I just wanted to bring that up to your attention because it says this kind of love is who you are. So if you are love, how do you behave? If we believe that God is love, what is his behavior? How is he going to behave towards you when he's in your presence? How is he going to behave towards you? And then we're going to flip that and make it personal, familia, to ask, and I'm asking you, who do you think you are, and how does that affect the way that you behave with other people? Because if you believe you're undeserving, then would you not begin to behave in a way that promotes that? You don't deserve it, so nobody else deserves it. How can you give love? How can and this is a side note, okay? If we're commanded to love God with all our hearts, minds, and soul, and then also love our neighbor in the same way, but if you feel you're not deserving, and we think we each other are not deserving, how are we going to love one another? How are we going to share the love and love each other if we believe that we don't deserve it? Just a side note, okay? All right, let's move on. It's a grace I could never add up to be somebody you still want. But somehow you love me as you find me, which translates, familia, that you are enough. You are enough, just as you are. And familia, when I heard that part, especially in the way that gentleman was singing it, please remind me his name. I forget his name. He was, oh man, I forgot his name. I haven't heard it in a while, so it left my mind. But that's what hit me in the way that he sang it, the melody, the music behind it, okay? When he said, and somehow, you love me as you find me. I could be the worst person. Tulele, thank you. I could be the worst person. The worst. I was going to name some people, but I don't want to do that. If you could just think of the worst person who, I don't know, let's just say betrayed a certain Messiah, who gave him up to the fuzz, right? Betrayed him. And he knew that this person was going to be hated. I love this, familia. This is something that I learned that was, I think, one of my favorite teachings of Christ. Okay. You ready? Judas still ate. He still ate. Jesus, knowing that he was going to betray him, and that ultimately be the cause of his, or get the ball rolling in his death. And he still fed him. Familia. Okay, big lesson there. I think in understanding how you are commanded to love. Now, you're not just told to love, you were given a perfect example of how to do it, right? So in this says it's a grace that I could never add up to, meaning there's a bar here that I myself believe I cannot reach because it's really high, right? Because it's Jesus, of course, right? So it's really high. And I think I can never add up to that. I can never measure up to that. But somehow you love me just as you find me, which means what? God doesn't have a bar. At least that's what I'm taking from these lyrics. If we're in agreement, familia, hit the like button, please. It'll help me out with this channel. Hit the like button if you are in agreement with that. God doesn't have a bar for us. We set our own bar here, because this lyric says it plainly, just plainly, that I see that high bar and I've put it there because you have no bar. You have no bar for me. None whatsoever. So let's look at verse 3 here. Who am I to think your glory needs my praises? I think that's pretty self-explanatory, familia. God doesn't need you to praise him, right? His glory. But if this borrowed breath is yours, Lord, take it all. Here we go. We hear words like, this is my life. My life. Oh, in my life, I want to do this. In my life, is it your life? I question that. Ask yourself that. Is it your life? Because the breath that you are breathing isn't even yours. It's borrowed. Correct? Yes? Yes or yes? Yes or yes, familia? It's borrowed, which means that this life that you have is also borrowed. It's not yours. It is not yours to keep, right? Well, this is just analyzing the lyrics, familia. We can have a different conversation another time. But here we go. You are faithful and you are gracious, and I'm just grateful. So gratitude, bringing it down to the best thing that I could do, the most I can give is my gratitude here, because you are faithful and you are gracious, right? Correct? And to think you don't need a single thing and still you want my heart. Let's step back from that for a little bit, familia, and let's just give a few seconds of silence. I'm gonna read it one more time, and then we're gonna get that silence. To think you don't need a single thing and still you want my heart. If you have given that heart, familia, let me see some hearts in the live chat, please. Don't look at it. Don't dust it off. Don't go, oh, I can't give them this one. This one's, oh man, it's all dusty. I haven't really looked at it in a while. Oh, if you gave it to someone else, you could borrow it. Say, honey, I love you. I know I gave you my heart. You take a look at your wife or your husband or boyfriend or girlfriend and say, I know I gave you my heart, but can I borrow it just for a quick second? And if they lost it, look for it real quickly. Go ahead and grab it and just give it up. Can we seriously just give it as it is? Because I don't think God really cares that it's been broken, that it's got a few dings in it, that it's got, Craig is he's not going to say like, hey, there was no dent in this when I gave it to you. It's like, no, just give it. Just give it. That's all he wants, right? Right? I mean, according to these lyrics, according to the teachings, according to everything, correct? Right? If you're just joining us, we are breaking down the lyrics to As You Find Me. We're talking about this and we're breaking it down and we're sharing our hearts. Okay, sorry. I thought I lost it here. Okay, so who am I to think your glory needs my praises? But if this borrowed breath is yours, Lord, take it all, right? All. You are faithful and you are gracious, and I'm just grateful to think you don't need a single thing and still you want my heart. It's like, hey, I don't, it's like, it's like oh no, I don't know if this is going to be the right analogy, but it's like, having like a trillionaire and then like, it's like, hey, you don't really need anything, but God, like, you don't need all this money. You don't need my car. You don't need to possess anything because you have it all. But all you want is just for me to love you, right? I don't know. That's probably not the greatest analogy, but you get the point. All right, let's go to pre-chorus 2. I was found before I was lost. I was yours before I was not. You wear the scars for all my mistakes. And that part just wrecks me. So we're wrecked one more time, right? We're wrecked one more time because now we're looking at, like, look, you're wearing the scars, right? For my mistakes, right? I mean, you all understand this. I mean, you've all have been commenting about this and explaining this to me in so many different ways, and I appreciate all the comments and all your explanations of what all this means to you. But once again, it's recognizing I messed up, and you paid, right? Right, familia? All right, and then it's the feeling guilty about not doing the very simple thing that needs to happen, right? Which is to give your heart. And your love's too good to leave me here, right? Is that accurate to you, familia? Do you vibe with that? Are you feeling that? Your love's too good to leave me here. Your love is too good to leave me here. What does that mean, familia, to you personally? It's like, look, I'm wrecked. I'm broken. I'm nothing. I'm reduced to just nothing. And why would you want me? Why would you want something that's broken and used and all of that? Because that kind of love is just what God is, right? And then the bridge, if you want my heart, I won't second guess, because I need your love more than anything. Right? I'm in, I'm yours. Your love's too good to leave me here. Your love's too good to leave me here. So in this last little bridge that takes us out of the song, it's as if you want my heart, I won't second guess. So it's like just giving it up without even saying, oh, I don't know, should I? It's ultimate trust. It's about giving up the thing that you trust. More familia, we protect our hearts more than we protect anything else, right? We protect ourselves from being hurt. Sometimes we're angry because we don't want to be hurt anymore, right? We opened up our hearts to someone. We trust humans more than we trust God. Come on, familia. Come on. Right? If you trust your heart with another human being who you believe to be flawed, what's keeping you from trusting the all-knowing, all-powerful, all-present being that created that heart to begin with, right? It's about not having a second guess. In other words, just saying, I trust you. Here's my heart. I trust you, right? Because I need your love more than anything. Familia, is there anything that you need more than the love of the Great Spirit, more than the love of God, more than the love of Jesus or the Holy Spirit? Is there anything that you need that would make you happier? Is there anything that's missing in your life right now that can be replaced with something else other than that unconditional agape love, as you all have called it? Is there? No, right? So, familia, give up that bar. There is no bar. You are setting that bar, and the surrender comes easy when you realize that you are the reason why you suffer. You are the reason why you suffer. We could say it's the devil, it's the enemy. Yeah, we could say that. Yeah, it causes the temptation, but ultimately the action is yours. You are the reason for your suffering. You are the reason why you suffer, because all you need to do is surrender and trust a knowledge that is ancient, that was there, is there, and will always be there long before you were here, and are gone, are no longer here. There is no bar, familia. At least this is the way that I understand this song. I heard it the other day again, and I was like, man, I gotta really just talk about this because I love these lyrics. I love these lyrics. So, Familia, if we could just take a minute here, just a quick minute, and ask yourself what other bars you are setting for yourself that are unrealistic. Deborah, oh, sorry if it feels like a slap in the face. I'm not meaning to. I just really, Familia, you all have grown on me. I love you all. I love everything that you all stand for. And I love how welcoming you all are. I love how beautiful you all are. I love that you jump to help wherever help is needed. And right now, as in the current state of this planet, Familia, you all are a light onto this planet and helping people out who have come here to the channel broken and who go over to Discord. And you all have been I'm putting a lot of trust, Familia, because there are a lot of people that are hurt and broken. And I'm trusting that when you come across them, that you will just love them. That you will just love them. Would you please just love them? Please reconsider, rethink about what it means to love for you, because you are loved without any bars. So please, let's put down those bars and not set them for other people. Judas ate too. And sometimes some of the people who have hurt you, Familia, they're not even the reason. It's not like what they did is leading you to your death, to your crucifixion. And Judas ate too. Some people just said the wrong things. Some people just called you out of your name. Some people just borrowed money and didn't pay you back. All of that. And it's nothing compared, Familia, to what Judas did. Can we hit the like button if we're getting something out of this, Familia? This is raw. I love this song. Honestly, I love this song. It's just so wonderful. It's just so wonderful. And I think can you tell me in the live chat, Familia, what's your favorite lyric on this song? What is your favorite phrase? Just pick one phrase from it and let me know what is your favorite. I think my favorite is, where is it? Where is it? Oh, to think you don't need a single thing and still you want my heart. Because I'm very judgmental over my heart and the choices that I've made, and I'm very self-critical in that way sometimes, I'm self-critical in that way. And to think, Familia, that even the things that I don't like about myself, God is just absolutely crazy about, Familia, right? Take the thing that you don't like about yourself the most. Take that thing that you really just don't like about yourself. And the thing that makes you go, because of this, God doesn't want me. And I'm telling you that's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. That's not to say that it's okay that you did that thing. Right? It's nothing. Keep doing it. No. That's not what I mean, right? Because the song is about feeling sorry for the mistakes that you've made, right? This is what this song is about. Right? So it's not, when I say it's nothing, I don't mean like it's nothing, just keep doing it. No. I mean, to God, it's nothing. It's like, yeah, okay, you made a mistake. That's how I made you. You're never going to do anything outside of what you were created to do, or what the laws allow you to, right? It's not like you're gonna suddenly walk vertically up in the middle in air up to the sky and then hang out in the moon. Like, you can't do that, right? So you can't make that any mistakes in that direction exactly. But what is human, you will make that mistake. If it's possible, if it can be done, it will be done. Like, that's how we created. Mama Bear, thank you so much for the super chat. You are a blessing, sweater. Thank you. You are a blessing, Mama Bear. Thank you so much for the love. And Familia, so yeah, let me take a look at some of the you love me as you find me, Roxana. Yeah, that's a great line. That is the line that really just made me tear up. I'll add the link to that video again if you're interested in watching me cry all over again and hear the song all over again, and I will link the original video too, so you can all listen to it. But this is one thing that I want to encourage you to do now, Familia, after this live chat is over, is to go and listen to the song, whether Spotify is your way or you're on YouTube already. But as soon as this is done, just go over to the song, have another listen, close your eyes, sit somewhere quietly, maybe put on some headphones if you have them. If you're the person who has those awesome sound noise cancellation, turn on the noise cancellation so you don't get interrupted by any other sound, and just really let that song bathe you. Just be showered in it, Matt, welcome, senor. Hope you had a safe flight. I hope you're home safe. Yeah. Yeah, Matt, and I just enjoyed the conversation that we had last night. I went to Matt's sister's house yesterday, and we just had a wonderful evening. Yes, Matt, I'm wearing the same shirt, and just thought I'd look fresh, and I didn't want to iron a different shirt, so I just threw this one on really quickly for the live chat. But you wouldn't have known that if I hadn't said that. But yeah, thank you so much. Let's see who else said I was found before I was lost. Faith said that's her favorite line. Charlie says, "You loved me as you love me as you find me. And I know I don't deserve this kind of love," is what Taylor, that's a great line. And I know that I don't deserve this kind of love. So take a look at this one more time. Israel says, "Are you crazy, Leo? I can't just pick one." Yeah, try to pick one. Air cancellation. Yeah, and it's noise cancellation. I'm sorry. I'm really excited here. But yeah, pick a line that you want to hear and just watch how everything builds up to that point, and pay attention. So you're paying attention to the lyrics, but in the background, I want you to pay attention to how the music supports those words and how it was specifically designed to put you in that state where you can really feel these lyrics, Familia. So I want you to do that, and then as soon as you're done listening to that song, Familia, I want you all to please come back to this channel and then tell me what you experienced, how you experienced the song in the comments down below. Just tell me, what did it feel different? Did you hear it differently? Did you cry? Let me know. Be open. I mean, I'm open if you're comfortable. I'm sorry, I'm not forcing anybody to be as vulnerable as I am, but if you can, just let me know. Let me know in the comments down below what your experience was. If you have a story that goes along with the song, because I love hearing your stories. A lot of you in the comments, you'll say things to me like, "This is the song that I heard the day that I went to get baptized, and it changed my life." And so that song has an emotional connection to that. Does that John always takes what I say, and he just goes with it like air cancellation, and then he just comes up with the most wittiest things. I mean, Whitworth. You should drop the H and put another T. Is that how you spell wit? Like witty? Yeah, the two T's. Just drop the H in your name, John, and put Whitworth. It's worthy of all the wit that you produce. Hillsong is amazing with how they compose. Yeah, they truly are. And so I'm going to be breaking down more songs like this, Familia, in the future. I want to thank you all so much for joining me on this breakdown. This is the first time that we've ever done this, Let's Talk Lyrics. If you had a wonderful experience, please, if you got any value out of this, please hit the like button and let me know in the comments below if you what I could do better, what was missing in this. So we're building this. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. So you're helping me build this sort of segment, if you want to call it that. And I want to know, like, what would you like to see in the future? What would you like me to talk about? We can't play the music if I'm doing it live, but I like doing this live without the music because I get to interact with you and we get to feed off of each other's ideas and then see how different everybody sees the song and how they personally interpret it, because your personal experience, you bring your personal experiences to these lyrics, and so it means something different to each one of us. And I just love to see and hear all those wonderful stories. So have I written any songs before? I have, but they were in my youth, and quite frankly, they're too immature to share. Just like, "Oh, love me," and I might write something now that I'm a little more mature, but it's just like, "Oh, please don't leave me," type of stuff, right? But yeah, Familia, this is what this is all about. This is why I love being on this channel. This is why I love coming on here and talking about the music and lyrics and everything, because I love your comments about specifically about you listening to the music in a different way. And I love and appreciate music, and I want you all to appreciate it in the same way that I appreciate it. And I know there's some musicians out there too who maybe might find this valuable and write their own songs. You might want to write your own song someday, and it'll be awesome, because you're gonna put something that is missing in a lot of music today. Yeah, and that's expression, that's emotion. I think too many people are just playing along, and when you're covering a song like this, they just grab the guitar and play the chords and sing the words, but there's no real emotion that goes behind it. And what I'm interested in doing is, Familia, is bringing out that emotional part of it, so that you can really put on the lyrics and put on the song, and then interpret it in the way that it was meant to be interpreted. And maybe you might make somebody cry on is my mic done? Okay, my mic just died. Give me 1 second. Okay. Let me turn this one off. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Yes, no, you hear me? Yes, no, you hear me? I switched mics. Okay, good. Okay, good. So I'm on here instead of on here. But Robot Leo. And yeah, so that's Mama Bear's like, no. Echo? Ugh. Sorry. Okay, so I turned off the other mic. Good. Okay, cool. So I don't need to wear this. Okay, familia. So yes, I want you all to enjoy music differently. So let's go out there. Let's listen to this song, and as soon as you hear it, come back to this video, and in the comments, let me know what your experience was. Did you hear it differently? And let me know if you got a chance to sit quietly. Maybe turn on a candle. Oh, let me switch over to the other screen. Maybe turn on a candle, some essential oil. Put yourself in that vibe. Yeah, and then come back and let me know. Let me know. Say, Leo, I heard it in a noisy house, and I canceled the air. I put my air cancellation headphones, and it was awesome. Or even if you heard it the same way, you're like, yep, no difference. Let me know. I want to know. I want to hear from you. Okay, familia. So as always, familia, as I always say, please continue to spread love, continue to spread peace, and spread music. Charlie, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Love your transparency, Leo. Thank you so much. And familia, yeah, continue to spread the love. Continue to be love, so you can spread that love easier and smoothly transition over. I will see you all on the next video, which will probably be tomorrow. Tomorrow is what is it? Street Performer Sunday, and I'll see you then. Okay, so we're gonna do a countdown to when I'm gonna check out. So here we go, familia. Say your goodbyes in the live chat. Am I having any more of the listen on the spot lives? I will. I'm gonna have some more blocked parties. They have to be blocked parties because YouTube will shut it down immediately. So yeah, I will definitely do that. I will do that. Maybe I'll plan it. I'll plan and see if I can do at least one this upcoming week. We can probably revisit like Elevation Worship or something like that. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure to be here with you, and it's been a pleasure for you all to share so much of your beautiful music with me. We're leaving in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.